Hey folks, Dave Sheen here from The Connect Show. Next episode, I have Lauren Rovers with me, who's been in the industry for over 20 years and has been an RTO. She's done all sorts of stuff. I want you guys to stand by. It's going to be a great episode.
Hello, I am Natasha Golden, the Client Director of Health at Aon. Aon is proud to be the preferred insurance broker for Massage and Myotherapy Australia. We thought it was an opportune time to check in and remind members about our health practitioners' Aon Health Combined Professional Indemnity and Public and Products Liability Policy. Today, I will give you a brief overview of professional indemnity and public liability and discuss some aspects of our cover with respect to COVID. Professional indemnity covers you in the event a third party alleges that you have been negligent in performing your services or giving advice, and as a result, they have suffered injury or financial loss. For example, a client may allege that your treatment caused their condition to worsen, leading to further injury and pain, and they are suing you for financial compensation. The scariest part of this is that no matter how well you do your job, a client only has to believe they have been wronged or that you're responsible for their losses to file a professional negligence claim against you. Even if the claim is unfounded and is eventually dismissed in court, your legal costs could still amount to many thousands. Professional indemnity insurance policies cover your business against claims arising from actual or alleged mistakes and breaches in the provision of professional services and advice. And this includes compensation payable, legal fees claimed, and defence costs. The second aspect of our policy is public liability. This is insurance designed to provide protection for you and your business in the event a client, supplier, or member of the public is injured or sustains property damage as a result of your negligent business activities. Slips, trips, and falls can occur. For example, think of that puddle of massage oil on the floor you forgot to clean up. Having public liability insurance gives you peace of mind and financial protection for your business in the event that you're found liable for property damage or injury. So the hot topic right now is how the policy is expected to respond in the event that an allegation is made that a client caught COVID-19 from you. We're pleased to say that as long as your annual revenue turnover is less than 5 million, the health practitioners Aon Health Combined Professional Indemnity and Public and Products Liability Policy will continue to cover you as per the usual policy terms and conditions, while you continue to provide health services to your clients, even where your patient alleges they have contracted COVID-19 from you. Please be aware that you must comply with public health laws and with government directives regarding the pandemic, and take reasonable precautions to prevent injury or infection or property damage. If your revenue is 5 million or above, please contact Aon so we can discuss your product options. Another positive coverage aspect is that if particularly due to COVID you have moved to service clients virtually, for example, telehealth services, we can confirm that our policy provides cover as per the usual policy terms. The proviso being that you are authorised by law and your registration body to conduct these virtual services. I thank you for your time today, and we welcome you to contact Aon Health Team should you have any questions or concerns about insurance.
Hi everyone, this is Dave Sheen from The Connect Show. I'm very excited to have Lauren Rovers, who's dropping by. How you going, Lauren?
I'm very well, thanks, Dave. How are you doing?
Good, good. Now, there'd be quite a few members who would recognise you via probably some of the webinars that you've been doing of late for the association. But I just thought it'd be really nice just to start with a bit of background, because you've had quite the journey in this industry and leading into the massage industry, but more broadly in the, I guess, the well-being setting. So did you want to just give the folks at home a really quick little summary of your journey?
Yeah, certainly. So I became really interested in, suppose, meditation as a first point when I was around about 17 years old. I remember being in the library at high school and reading this book about meditation, and it said, to stop and give yourself a moment and then come back to the book. And I remember coming back and the book was saying, so I bet you were thinking about, what's for dinner or what's for lunch, depending on what time of day it was. And millions of thoughts were running through your mind. And I was like, oh my gosh, how does someone know this? And I suppose, for me, that got me really interested in understanding the mind and meditation, which then obviously led to wellness and understanding the mind-body connection.
And so the touch side of things, when did the massage side of things come into play?
Yeah. So I became a meditation practitioner around about the age of 20, and then I was interested in energy and energy science. So I studied Reiki, and then I was like, I actually really am enjoying this bodywork side of things, even though it's hands-on and not actually touching the body. It got me really intrigued in understanding more the physical layers. So from there, I went and studied the first thing, which was Chauchi Tuyamul, which is barefoot Indian massage.
Okay.
And, I know, which is really quite different. It was actually massage used for the martial artists of India. And I studied that over in England alongside a diploma of holistic massage, which is kind of the equivalent to a Cert 4 back in Australia. And then when I got back to Australia, I was like, well, I'm still very interested in knowing more about the anatomy and physiology, which then led me to a diploma of remedial massage. And then wanting to explore that further and understanding more about biomechanics and everything like that, I then went on to my advanced diploma of myotherapy, and then I wanted to really understand and teach. I suppose my passion was also learning, and so I was like, well, I really want to be able to share this knowledge because massage is just such an amazing modality and can help people on so many different levels. So I really wanted to share that.
So this all happened while you were located in Melbourne, and I think VFA you were working with?
Yeah, so
at one stage, yeah.
As a head trainer for VFA learning, and I had been obviously a remedial practitioner as well, and working as a physiotherapist in Narre Warren, and so I was a head trainer for about 3 years, and really was intrigued by the way that people were learning, and knew that actually there's a little bit of a gap in the market here to connect with my Generation Y, and knowing that things were becoming a lot more digitalised, I really wanted to explore that option, and I knew that a lot of people were finding it difficult to commit to 3 full days of training. So I developed what was Massage Institute Australia, and that actually took me about 3 years to develop. And then I was, as I was going along with Massage Institute Australia and we were gaining momentum, I was thinking, well, actually, I really want to explore all the other types of courses that I was interested in a long time before, which was the Ayurveda, which is where that Shavati Tuyamul comes from, and Shiatsu, because I studied Shiatsu as well, but I'd only studied the first Zen part of Shiatsu. So I developed the courses for.
How was that to actually sort of transform from being obviously a student, an instructor, but then taking on the role of setting up a business as an RTO? I mean, that's a huge step, right?
Yeah, and it is a huge step, and I think that it really laid the foundations when I was an executive assistant, because I started actually as an executive assistant shortly after I'd finished high school, and so I was always working in administration alongside my massage work, because massage was my passion. And then also alongside that, whilst I was building it, I was an executive assistant. So the executive assistant role gave me that administrative know-how to develop all the resources, and I was an executive assistant for, chief operating officers of departments of education and things like that as well. So, it gave me that knowledge to be able to be organised and to be able to develop courses. So it was definitely a learning process.
We've only kind of just met, but just speaking with you off air before we started the interview, you seem to have really strong values in what you do. And one of the things that stood out for me when doing a little bit of background on you is that even with your college, your massage college, there was this real sort of corporate social responsibility segment to what you were doing, and you found that was quite important working with the Very Special Kids Foundation. Did you want to just speak on that a minute?
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah.
So, I'm very much about giving back, and that was evident in actually the clinics with the students. Because with the clinics, I actually provided them with a monetary value to actually go into the clinic. So they actually were paid, and it was a tokenistic amount, but it was also, it gave them worth for what they were doing, and also gave them motivation. So that was one of the reasons why I was like, well, I actually also want to connect with the communities, and I also want to show the value to the students of what they're actually doing and how it impacts on people. And so we did the Very Special Kids Day, and that was really wonderful because a lot of the students met with some of the families that had been through Very Special Kids for a number of years, and they don't really get much time for self-care. So to actually be able to provide them with a sense of touch and a sense of compassion on that physical level spoke volumes. And we had so many people coming up to us afterwards and giving us big hugs and just saying, gosh, I really needed that. So that was really wonderful. And we also worked for the Melbourne Marathon, and provided lots of massages to the attendees of the marathon as well. Yeah,
that's really lovely to hear. With the industry, where do you see it in 5 years? Where do you think that the industry is going at the moment?
So I think that we're becoming a lot more evidence-based, which is clear, and I think that it's really great because we do need to see that research model, and we do need to, I suppose, bring that into the clinical environment so we can provide results to our clients and provide results to, I suppose, associations and also to other bodies, so that they can see that massage is so valued and so necessary as well.
Absolutely. Hey, one of the guys in the office told me that one of your webinars, you had over 100 participants. Is that right? Now, you've done, I think you did one on assessment and another one on leadership skills. Which one was the big one?
It's actually on assessment.
The assessment one, yeah, great.
The assessment, so which actually took me by surprise because I thought that developing leadership skills would bring in a lot of interest, but it was actually going back to the foundations and looking at the assessment process and how to actually really understand it. So that was such a great response from people, but it also, I suppose, brought back the truth that we really need to kind of make sure that we've got those foundations right and that we keep on coming back to that so that we know whether we can make improvements with range of motion, with pain levels and all of that. So it's really interesting, I think, to see that, people do need that refresh and that they're actually really open to studying that all over again.
Yeah, no, for sure. Now, are we going to see any more articles written by you? Because you've also written one article or more articles in our journal. And and also remembered looking through your background, and there was another magazine, and I've had a little bit to do with the UK. It was at the Hands-on Healing. That's it, Hands-on Healing, yeah. So you've written over there as well, yeah?
Yeah, so I wrote over there, a book on Chavti Toyamal, which you might see as Chavuti Toyamal. So that was just an insight into the history of this amazing massage modality where we actually use our feet to massage the body, and it did actually appear in a different side of it appeared in the association's Massage and Myotherapy Association, probably about 6 years ago, I would say. And then my latest one was Business Review, Opportunities, Enhancements and New Ways of Working. So just looking at, I suppose, the current environment and how to actually bring our services into more of a digital platform.
Well, it's been a delight speaking to another, high performing, high everything. What's your next 5 years? We talked about the industry. What about yourself, Lauren?
Yeah, so I do have a few things in the works at the moment. I'm not one that sits still for long.
Can tell that.
So I think that I'll be bringing in some more short courses, and the whole reason why I became a trainer as well was to actually deliver this course Chavuti Tuyamul, which I still haven't done. So I think somewhere along the line that is also going to feature.
All right, fantastic. Well, it's been lovely talking to you today on Connect. So down the track, we'll keep an eye on what you're up to, and it's great that you're so involved in our industry in so many different ways, and maybe we might see you on the board one day as well.
Maybe. Thanks very much, Dave. I appreciate it. Great to work with you.
Thanks again, Lauren. Cheers.
Cheers. Bye.